Hello everyone, this is Carol. I'm here again to share my creative thoughts with you. I have made a journal that is a small prayer journal. This journal is sold and will be leaving for a new home tomorrow morning. I have named the journal Seek His Face Daily. The front of the journal is a Pinterest find that I have sized according to the size of the journal, which is 4.5 inches by 5 3/4 inches. It has a 3/4 inch spine, a little bit over that, and of course a ribbon closure for the journal. All of the paper or the pages in the journal have been coffee dyed, with exception of the press section, which you will see as we go through. The back of the journal, I've just placed some flowers on each side, fussy cut them out and put them on just for a little bit of interest so it wouldn't be so plain. Okay, let's go in and see what's there. On the first part, we have a pocket. This is craft text. The whole journal is a hidden stitch journal, and I've used craft text. I get the white and I painted the color to coordinate with the journal. Inside this little handmade envelope is another card. This book belongs to, and I put a little floral closure on that. The first page has a tuck and a scripture. Perhaps this is the moment for which you have been created. And the back side can be written on. Here are 3 more little tags, and there are 2 tuck spots in this page. And I always try to line most of the journal cards so that it's a little easier to write on them. So there's 2 tuck spots here. Here's a little Rita Donnelly corner, and I put a little bird with some cheesecloth on the corner with a little doily underneath. And of course that flips up. And there's another scripture card in there. For nothing is impossible with God. And that too has been lined on the back. And then I've used a Martha Stewart punch on this page. Most of the pages I have left plain. A few I have stamped on. But I just felt this, again, warranted a plainer look so that it could be written on just a lot more rather than have a lot of stamping that on it. Here's another little card with a little scripture on it, and a pocket that I've made. This is a double pocket in the front and in the back, and it says Jesus, He is as close as the mention of His name. How true that is. And there is more tags. And there's more paper, and some of these I have stamped on. There's a little clock from Pinterest. Most of these cards have come from Pinterest, and I've sized them according to the journal. And I have a heart-shaped doily in there. And here's a little tag. I think that is a Sue Olson tag that I got. And this little piece here flips up and down. It can be written on. And there's extra paper behind the mannequin for writing. And here's more. This is jello stained paper. It is lime jello, and I just thought the green went so well with some of the colors in here. Another little scripture card. And this says the struggle is part of our story. Sorry about turning that around. I don't read upside down too well. Here's another page that has a Martha Stewart punch on the edge. Here's writing paper, just 3 sheets of extra writing paper with little butterflies on it, and a scripture card for the tuck spot. More jello dyed paper, and here's a little envelope, and of course that too has extra paper to write on. So you can tuck, private little notes in there. And here is another Rita Donnelly flip with some of my own flowers that I put on with cheesecloth. More pages to write. Another scripture card that is glued on there. That is not a tuck spot or anything. It's just to really kind of an introduction to the prayer part of the book. And here is another Pinterest find. Here's some paper, the tracing paper. Couldn't think of it. Okay, and this paper for the next 16, well actually it's 32 pages. This book has 100 pages in it, both sides, including these prayer pages that I have designed specifically for my prayer journals. It has the date at the top, the prayer request that you can write, and at the other half of the page has the date and the answer to the prayer. And then there's scripture that I've typed at the bottom of each page. And then on the note pages, I have little quotes. One is, faith is not hoping God can, it's knowing that He will. And each page has a little quote on that. And then the prayer page has a scripture. So there's 32 pages in all. In the center of the signature, I have 2 little crosses. Tracing paper. Here's a little glassine bag that I have decoupage flowers on, and inside, again, are 2 journaling cards. Then we go on, and I've backed this. I believe this is Artie Mae's, some scrap that I had from a journal I did with her kit, and so that is her work. And here is more tracing paper, or I'm sorry, more coffee dyed paper, another scripture card, and a tuck spot. More jello dyed paper. And this tuck spot, I've used one of those Crazy 8 punches, and I don't remember who, someone I saw on Junk Journal Junkies showed us how to do the 3-inch and 3.5-inch corner. And I'm so sorry, I don't remember who that was. It was a while back. So I take my scrap paper, cut it in strips, and glue it onto a page. And I put a little doily here in the middle, and then I cut it out with the Crazy Punch. And that is how that tuck spot came about. And there is another scripture card. More paper, another card, and this is, I think that's a Recollections flower. I've added beads in the middle of it, and I put cheesecloth, pink cheesecloth, and another Rita Donnelly flip. More paper, another scripture card, and then I've used this scripture card as a tuck spot. More paper, heart doily, the other side of it. And here's a little tuck spot. This is another Artie Mae's piece that I had left over. And then here are 2 scripture cards inside of those. And I thought that. And this is, again, a double tuck spot. Well, I'll put it in. Another scripture card. another corner space. This is a Martha Stewart sticker that I found with cheesecloth behind it, and the corner there, and more paper. And I've used a scripture card for the tuck spot there. And this may be Tusami Rose, or that might be Hardy Mays. I am so sorry. One of those two. And another scripture card, as well as another one. And the last page has the little girl with a scripture card. She's standing beside it, gauze and a little pearl. And then that takes us to the back, and there are two more tuck spots, or two more journal cards here, a little song. And this one has the, those are these, you get them in a book. I believe I found it at Tuesdays a long time ago, and I cut that into a corner tuck spot, put paper under it. And then, and the last page is my envelope that I always include with my signature and a little bit about the journal. And that completes this flip through of this prayer journal. And I thank you so much for watching, and I just can hardly wait to hear how its new owner likes it and when it gets there. And I just thank you so much for watching, and I thank you all for the support you have given me in my last video. It has meant so much. And so again, I just ask, if you like this, put a like and subscribe, and thank you again, and I'll be back soon.